When I was a child, I liked to envision myself helping people. I wanted to be a superhero of sorts. I wanted to make a difference in the world and make it a better place. And I wasn't really sure how to do that until, as a freshman in college, it kind of occurred to me that the best way to do that was to become a surgeon. I grew up in Los Angeles, in a suburb of Los Angeles. I lived in California for the first 32 years of my life, did all my training there. Was a typical beach kid. Never thought I'd leave California, but I came to the Midwest because of my husband. I met my husband in Lake Tahoe. I was enjoying my first weekend off as an intern, and he was there with some of his friends from college, just sort of enjoying the weather in the summertime in Lake Tahoe. And I ran into him in a bar, of all places. He totally made the first move. He just kept asking me to dance. Really wasn't interested, but eventually he stood in the middle of the dance floor and just pointed at the spot next to him and pointed at me. So I came out and danced with him. We were in Reno enjoying a weekend together, and we went to a Bill Medley concert. And about halfway through the concert, Bill Medley said, "Is there a Heidi out there?" Really, Bill Medley proposed to me for my husband. So I had to say yes. Everybody was cheering. We actually got married in Sacramento. We were living in Northern California at the time. And we got married at a hotel. It was December 5th, 1992. And shortly after that, we made the decision that we'd be moving back to the Midwest. We have 3 children. They're all teenagers. That's another reason to come to work a lot. Sky is 17. She is a junior at Walnut Hills High School. She's a competitive swimmer. She's every bit of 17. My son is 15, Jackson. He's also at Walnut Hills. He's a freshman. He likes to play baseball. And then my daughter, Sophie, is turning 13 in a week and a half, and she is a 7th grader at Walnut Hills. The dogs are nicer sometimes than the kids, but in all seriousness, my kids are wonderful. They're smart, they are talented, they're athletic. I can't imagine my life without them. When I moved to Northern Kentucky to practice surgery, I was kind of thrown in the deep end. And my first day that I had a case scheduled, I simply walked in to do the case. And I asked my senior partner, who had been a resident in California with me, to help me. And it became apparent that he had no intention of really helping me going forward, and I needed to learn how to do those things on my own. But it was really sink or swim from the beginning. Fortunately, I'm a good swimmer. The operating room is the best place to be. The operating room, it's like a wonderful theater where everything works together to create this beautiful interaction of moving parts that ultimately makes somebody's life better. It's a beautiful place to be. Surgery requires flexibility and innovation and being able to make decisions quickly. Anatomy is a very interesting problem because we all have a heart and a brain and bones and muscles, but how those present in every different person is different, and understanding how to interpret those differences and make them work for you is a beautiful part of surgery that does require a lot of creativity. One of the most exciting things these days with the changing face of healthcare is to be able to really participate in deciding how we're going to deliver healthcare for our community. And I've been on the board of the St. Elizabeth Hospitals. Prior to that, I was on the St. Luke board, so I've been functioning in a board capacity since 2001. It's wonderful to see St. Elizabeth's commitment to the health of our community. Northern Kentucky is a community. It's a community of people who know each other, who support each other. It's a very comfortable place to work. And St. Elizabeth cares a lot about quality. Many of the people that work here live in the community. Most of the people that work here live in the community. So we're really taking care of our own family and our own neighbors practicing here. In our mission statement, we talk about improving the health of the patients in the community, and it is just amazing to see people try to live that vision every day. There's nothing more wonderful than seeing someone who had a complex surgical problem, who was really suffering walk into your office a couple of months later for a final check and see them with a smile on their face and walking comfortably, not being in pain, not being afraid of cancer anymore. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to make someone's life a little bit better.
It is true, when a full moon hits, it is crazier in the emergency room. I can't tell you why. Even when it's a bad night and you're thinking, why is it so crazy? You'll look outside and like, oh, it's a full moon, isn't it? And so we all talk about it, but it is true.